And we are back with Miss Hannah Drake because we're still talking because there is lots to talk about. Hannah, before the break, you mentioned your daughter, Brianna, and you mentioned her twice. So that tells me a lot about the validation that she's been providing in your work. What's the journey with your daughter been like in this new role for you?
She is truly my best friend, my biggest supporter. I I have been truly blessed to have Brianna as a daughter. I believe it's nothing that I have done necessarily. As we talk about more things, and as I'm looking at my life for this year and what I want from Black women, and I read somewhere online that for many Black women, their first bullies are their mothers. And I had to think about that in relationship to my daughter. And I owed my daughter a lot of apologies.
Okay, now Hannah, listen, I'm trying, woo, sister, I'm trying to get through this. And when you told me, listen, I will drop anything
For you, yes.
for you.
Anything.
It was an opportunity for the floodgates to open because I wanted you to know how much I loved you and admired you. And it was so much so because you do identify as LGBTQ.
Yes.
I said, ooh, I'm not going to put this in writing because I don't want her woman coming for me. So I'm going to call her so she knows this is a sister-to-sister love.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're doing is not easy. And that conversation you shared, what was heavy on your heart about how we've got to do better by Black women.
Yes. Yeah.
And that you were in the midst of writing a really tough piece.
Very, very tough. And normally writing for me is typically very easy, but this topic, Black women, it's time we called ourselves on the carpet, is a very difficult piece because as a Black woman, you always want to affirm other Black women. But there are things that Black women are doing that are hurting other Black women. And it's time that we called ourselves on the carpet for how we are treating our sisters, people we should love. And it first goes inwardly, like what I said with my daughter. And I had to apologize to her for being her first bully that she ever met. Now we are best friends. But it was a journey to get to that point, for me to look at myself and say, I was not the best mother. When you know better, you do better. But I didn't have the best mother. So I didn't know to do better until I really started looking at myself. That's a tough conversation because it doesn't feel good. But I can't do the work and challenge people about racism or homophobia or anything to go inwardly and look at themselves if I'm not willing to do that.
Hannah, there's nobody better.
Thank you.
There's nobody better because I believe in any relationship, I will allow you to discipline me as long as I know that you love me.
Yes.
And what you have given to Black women through defending them and going turn by turn is we know you love us.
Yeah.
And so therefore, call us out, sis.
Yeah.
Get us together.
Thank you.
Because the reality of it all is that it's already hard when you're facing a system
Yeah.
where people that don't look like you are giving you the least of them.
Yes, yes.
And then you're coming up against that same sort of divisiveness or resistance for those who look like me.
you. Yeah. Yep.
Follow HannahLDrake.com because this piece is missing. And what I think is so powerful about this, for all of those who have something to say when you come to their street,
Yeah.
and they're always asking, well, what about this that goes on in the Black community? And what about that goes on in the Black community? This is a testament that you're just here to make things better.
Correct.
Regardless of who you're speaking to. Hannah, sister, I love you.
I love you too.
I think you are brilliant. I think you are amazing. I am on the edge of my seat to hear this piece because it is a conversation that is long overdue.
Long overdue.
It is time, regardless of where your sisterhood lies, that we do better.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ladies, why are we doing what we're doing? And what do we want women to know? We see you, sis.